Hello everyone. I would like to elaborate to you on our engineering exploration course project, Smart Piggy Bank. We, the team of 4 members, Viresh, Bhavya, Soundarya and myself Ashik from Q Division could successfully complete the project under the guidance of Mr. Sandeep. Now, briefing on the problem definition. The client needs a smart piggy bank where the money should be counted and stored safely. The prototype should be of 1.5 cubic feet at a budget of 4,000 rupees. It should display the number of notes and the total amount. The money should be safeguarded by a manual lock. So, from the given problem definition, we could divide the whole working into 5 parts. 1. Handling the note. Taking one note at a time. Holding and storing of notes comes under this. Next is the display function. Displaying the total amount, number of notes and detection of fake notes comes under this. In indication is the notifying of fake notes and storage field. Taking in account, stability of machine is one of the key features. For the mechanism, the on-off switch, the collection and stacking of notes properly are given. So basically, from the function tree, we could cluster the functions into mainly 4. Handling unit, display unit, indication unit, and mechanical unit. So as we clustered, the subsystems identified are handling unit, display unit, indication unit, and mechanical unit. For generating the concepts, we made a morphological chart in which each function could be achieved by different means. As you can see, we generated 3 different concepts by grouping the best available means to make the model work. With the help of PugChart, we selected the best out of all 3 which satisfies all the requirements given by our client. So this is our finally selected concept of all.
So this is a 3D model which is designed to count the notes and display the total amount. This basically functions as a piggy bank. This is a slant part which is made up of a foam sheet. The notes are placed here. The slant part helps the note to slide towards the semi-roller. There is an IR sensor placed which is used to detect the notes. When the notes are detected, the 2 motors are connected to the semi-roller starts working. The semi-roller here is made up of a nylon rod. The semi-roller starts rotating and pushes the note which comes towards it. After this, there is a color sensor placed here. This is an RGB color sensor which mainly senses the color based on the color frequencies given according to the code. As the semi-roller pushes the notes, this color sensor senses the notes. When a fake note is detected, the motor stops working. When the color frequency is mentioned in the code and the color frequencies of the notes is matched, then the notes are counted and total amount is displayed on the LCD display according to the given code. Later, the note slides down and comes out through the 2 rollers, which rotate in the same speed and same time of semi-roller. These rollers are made up of nylon rod. These 2 rollers are rotated with the help of a DC motor. They are arranged in such a way that they both move in opposite direction so that the note pass easily through them. After all the notes are counted, they are stored here. The sides and the base of the model are made using a foam sheet. The holes here are made to make the connections easy. And the place here is used to keep the Arduino and other required things. After the storage of the notes is done, the storage area is covered to safeguard the notes.
As you have seen the virtual implementation of our 3D model, let's come to the circuit diagram. This consists of an Arduino board. This is the IR sensor which detects the notes coming in, and this is the color sensor, and these are 2 relays used for the DC motor, and these are the two DC motors with an LCD display. These are the motor drivers which helps the motor to work. I will brief you into the connections in the simulation slide. This is the flowchart of the entire system. There's an insertion of node, and if the IR sensor does not detect any nodes, it stops. And if it detects nodes, the input is given to the semi-rollers and it starts rotating. Nodes are moved to the color sensor. If it senses any other node, the machine stops again. If the sensed frequency of the colored matches, it displays the number of nodes and the total amount. Then the node is passed through the slit and it is stored. As we come to the bill of materials, all the materials that are required are listed in this table. Form sheets of 2 mm and 4 mm for the base and supporting parts respectively. The nylon rod for the semi-rollers and the slit is also used. Required amount of motor clamps, L clamps, nuts, bolts for fixing all of them are also given. And the main parts like Arduino, breadboard, IR sensor, relays are also given. Motor sizing and battery sizing. Given the mass, coefficient of friction and force, we can find the RPM of motors and battery capacity. We use 10 RPM motors, that is 10 rotations per minute, which is apt for our requirement, and external voltage of 12 volt is also provided. Specifying on all the functions, the detection of nodes is done by the IR sensor, and the semi-roller pushes the nodes to the next part of the machine, where the color sensor senses the phase value of the node inserted. Then the number of nodes and the total amount is displayed by the LCD display. The node then enters through the slit and is perfectly stacked in the storage. For the circuit connections, we use two DC motors of 10 RPM each, one LCD to display the total amount and the number of nodes. A breadboard is used to make the connections easy. Two relays are used to connect the motors with the given output values. IR sensor, which is connected to the 5 volt pin, ground, and one input pin to 7. Color sensor detects the color of nodes according to the given frequency range. As the color sensor is not present in Tinkercad, we use virtual inputs. Arduino stores and performs the code. According to the code, 12, 11, 5, 4, 3, and 2 digital pins are outputs for LCD display, and 0, 8, and 9 are digital pins for DC motor. Initially, the amount and count values are assigned to 0. 0 and 8 are the output values for first DC motor, and variable R determines the analog signal. Different nodes have different color frequencies, and variable R is used to represent frequency ranges of different colors. And button state is referred as input values for IR sensor. Digital pins for IR sensor is 7. In the code, button state values for IR sensor are 0 and 1. 1 if IR sensor detects nodes, and 0 if it does not detect. If 1 is the entered value, motors start working. The second DC motor is rotated when 0 and 8, the values of first motor, are kept at high, and the values of second DC motor, that is 9, is at high and 8 at low. Later, the frequency values are given based on the frequency ranges of the nodes detected. If R lies between 400 and 484, detected color is red and the value is 20 rupees. If it lies between 606 and 668, then the color detected is blue and the value is 50. If the value is between 526 and 605, then the detected color is green and the value is rupees 500. After the color of nodes are detected, the amount and the total number of nodes goes on incrementing as per the code. Now we will see the simulation with some random values. Thank you.